Hello everyone, my name is Ashton and welcome back to my cozy corner of YouTube. In this video I will be drawing these two guys down here, as I did draw this one off camera. And I will be drawing using my Arrtx acrylic markers. In case you're new to the channel, you could expect a voiceover Chatterbox session for half of the video, and then I leave you with some cozy music to keep you company while I finish the drawing. Unfortunately in this video there's not going to be any cool marker sounds, just because the AC was going in my room while I was drawing. And I turned it off briefly, but it was boiling, so I had to turn it back on. Hope you guys don't mind. Anyways, let's get into the drawing. Alright, so getting into this voiceover, I wanted to first talk about why I decided to do crows before I start absolutely yapping about what I plan to talk about later. Pretty much I got the inspiration from this page because I actually had a little visit to my front yard yesterday by 3 crows, which felt particularly special just because I've been doing a lot of research. Well, not a lot. I'm getting started doing a lot of research into like my family's heritage, especially on my Scottish side. You guys don't have to hear all of this, but essentially I've just been like looking into my clan and like whereabouts we were in Scotland and those sorts of things. And I don't know, the visit of the 3 crows felt extra special just because I happened to be doing that. And I know that according to my Scottish ancestors, you know, getting visits from crows are omens. But yeah, the 3 crows, I think, it's more widely understood that it means that like a change is coming, which just felt really fitting and kind of interesting because I don't usually get crows around here where I live, and it's just interesting that it's like, okay, so the 3 crows that mean change, supposedly, come about right when I'm about to move, right when I'm about to have a new team at work, a new boss, right when I'm also doing research on my like heritage and stuff. I don't know, it just felt kind of special, so it was definitely the inspiration behind the page and why I wanted to draw 3. Anyways, I hope it's a good omen because the crows weren't like trying to follow me or circling or screaming. They were just chilling. They were being a nice little family of crows in the front yard, so hopefully that's just like telling me that it's all gonna be okay, you know? Not to be all woo-woo, but it's just more fun that way, you know? To like appreciate the small things in that way. I was obviously super inspired yesterday when I drew the first big bird on the left. Really in a flow and in this just amazing mindset to create. And then I wake up this morning and I look at it and I'm like, how the hell am I gonna do that again? You know, like, I don't even know what I did. And I think there's something to be said about that, because I know artists, and in a bunch of different professions, we're told not to compare ourselves to others and only like to compare to yourself, try to better yourself. But there are days where your past self is just going to outcompete, you know? And I think it's normal to have fluctuations. I think that's very human of us because things just happen, right? And I think thinking that there's going to be an improvement every time, or that you can't take a step backwards for a second, is really unhealthy. I'm just thinking back to the fact that I used to be like a pretty professional athlete, very high performing, and obviously I have health issues now and I'm not training as much anymore, and it's hard not to be disappointed because I know where I could be and I'm not there anymore. And I just think that comparing yourself to your old self sometimes can be just as a slippery slope, I think. Really what I want to say about this, and not to sound lectury at all, it's just kind of what's on my mind, so I'm speaking it for me because I had this experience today of just feeling like I could have done better with this drawing, which is, I mean, I like the drawing. I don't think it's as good as the first one, and that's okay, you know? So this is more a chat to myself and anyone else who needs to hear it. But something I try to keep in mind, I don't know if anyone would know Hunter Woodhall. He's a Paralympian. He kind of has this system that he does where he kind of goes for a consistent 80%. And by that, it's almost just like realizing that 20% of the time you're going to be human. You're going to have a burnout session. You're going to be sick. You're going to have something come up, or you're just going to not find the motivation. And those are all very human things. And so just knowing that like you're not going to be 100% all of the time. Obviously you go into each day being like, this is going to be a 100% day. I'm going to get everything done and I'm going to do it well. But like knowing that 80% is fine and not getting down on yourself for the 20%. Like this week, my 20% was for sure not being able to do sorry, I'm touching the notepad as I'm talking, was not being able to get out my Monday short. And that was just because like work things and all of the packing I have to do caught up to me. And that's okay, right? It's not like I'm not going to be successful or at work or have a good time on YouTube because I missed this one video, right? And I think it's very important to make sure you're not burning yourself out, to know that 80% is okay. And 80% wins Olympic medals, apparently, because, you know, Hunter Woodhall got his Paralympic gold in his sprint. So I think it's just something to keep in mind, for me at least, that there's no such thing as perfection, and 20% of the time you're not going to be able to draw amazingly every time. So yeah, that's my major rant of the video. But yeah, I hope you guys could like these birds anyways. I hope you could also appreciate the colors. I just remembered from some of my other drawings how hard it is to go dark with this palette and how hard it is to draw an animal that's mostly shade. So I decided to just be like, fork that and go in with all these sorts of colors, and hopefully you guys would still be able to catch the likeness of a crow. Like, you'd be able to tell that's what I was trying to do, but just with all these crazy colors. So hopefully you guys end up liking that. I liked this exploration, especially how much fun I had on the first one, and the second guys look kind of fun. I've been trying to appreciate the whole animal recently. Like, sometimes I find I'll kind of change the eyes to make an animal look cuter, if that's the vibe I'm going for. But you'll see the eyes of these two crows in the end, they kind of look a little spooky or a little angry. But that's just how they looked in the reference, so, you know, I like it that way. Anyways, I did find new music for you guys this morning. It's not, I mean, it's in the same flavor as the other songs I have. They're actually from the same artist. Again, link in the description. Their YouTube name is Stream Cafe. They're just a different vibe. And I'm sure, like, the more I hear it, the more I'll get into it, because that's what happened with the last one. So hopefully you guys get into it too. I hope you guys like the choices I made. Fingers crossed. Anyways, that's enough of me chatting to you guys. I'll leave you guys with the drawings and the music. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. It truly means so much to me that you did. You could still expect my usual Friday video, although after that I'll probably have some scheduling updates. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the vibes. I'll see you on Friday. Bye!